John from whatchoulearn.com. In this video I am going to do an overview of the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier. I have here the Classic, just so I can show you a few of the main differences between the two. In terms of how they function as smartwatches, it's pretty much identical. The user interface, everything's going to be the same. Really what's different is the design, so you can see obviously this is a silver watch case and bezel, and this has the black with a charcoal gray bezel. The buttons are a little bit more pronounced on the Classic and they're silver. The buttons on the Frontier are a little bit more flush to the case itself and they're black. And finally, the Classic comes with the black leather band and the Frontier with the rubber band. Now I'm going to kick off the review with, while I'm absolutely 100% delighted with the Classic and love that watch and wear it a lot, I have one really big problem with the Frontier. And the Frontier is designed to be Samsung's outdoor watch. And it has a lot of great outdoor features. It even has the rugged look. If you look at the, the nicely grooved bezel, and it's got the all black and the rubber band. I mean, it looks, it's not the most rugged watch out there, but it's getting there, and it looks the part. But the problem is it's not 100% waterproof in that you can put it up to 1.5 meters underwater for up to 30 minutes. Samsung even says don't go swimming with it. And that's a huge problem, because if you're going to buy an outdoor watch for outdoor pursuits, you want a waterproof watch, period. I mean, I know I do. If I go skiing, if I go swimming, I go surfing, I go whatever. If I could just go to the beach, if I just go camping, whatever. I want a waterproof watch. For everyday wear in the office and going out and so forth, I don't need a waterproof watch. The Classic's going to do fine. So I think Samsung dropped the ball there, and so I've got a problem with that with the Frontier. I also think the Classic just looks a lot nicer for everyday wear. I wouldn't buy the Frontier for everyday wear. I would buy it as an outdoor watch, except it drops the ball in the waterproof area. Okay, so that's my big beef with the watch. Aside from that, it works really well as a smartwatch, just as the Classic does. So just before we jump into looking at the back end with the various smart features that I want to show, I'm going to quickly just show you the charger. Here's the charger. It does normally get plugged in, and it has a wall charger or USB, and then it just attaches like that. It's a magnet. It's attached back there. Boom, you're done. It's charging. All right. So let's jump into the back end. I'll show you some of the Samsung apps and how you navigate the screens and so forth. Okay, looking at the back end here and the smart features of the Frontier. Let's check it out. Just hit that button there. Brings us into our apps. Okay, so you can navigate the different screens just with those little color palettes there. You can also use S-Voice, which is pretty cool. So, show my reminders. There we go into my reminders. I can create more there like that. And here's the different screens for inputting text, okay? By hand. You can see, slow. It's like your standard telephone keypad. You kind of got tap, 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 tap. I don't care for it too much. And we've got the other usual there, and now we can do voice command. Buy milk. Buy milk. And that doesn't seem to be working either. So one of my big problems with the Samsung is text input. I don't really care for any of the options. I just wish it had a nice big keyboard like the Android Wear watches do, but this doesn't. So if you can really pin down that voice recognition and make that work for you, that's going to be your best bet. Otherwise, you're going to find it pretty frustrating to actual input text. Let's see what else we got here. We've got text messaging. It's quite good, especially for reading. Again, replying and inputting text, not so simple. Phone, excellent. And you can receive and make calls as long as your phone is nearby, unless you get the version that will work independently. I've got contacts, S-Health, weather, music player. Now I use Spotify. I don't use the Samsung player. Your settings, which you can change things like brightness and turn your Bluetooth off and so forth. And we can go to the next one here. These are standard apps that get installed. Reminders, altitude barometer, calendar, scheduler, alarm, world clock, news briefing. Don't really use that. Photo gallery if you want. Find your phone. That's been handy. And the last page, email. I'm not really sure what that is. Navigator, which I've tried, and this has a GPS built into the watch. Navigator didn't work really well for me. The voice memos, something I really like, and of course Spotify. There's a lot of other apps that you could load in for sure, like calculator, flashlight, golf navi, more watch faces, on and on and on. So there's a lot you can add to it. Not as much as for Android Wear, but it's pretty good. It's got all the functionality I need. You know, I use, like a lot of electronics technology, I use a small percentage of what's available, but the stuff that I use, Samsung does a pretty good job with, and overall I like it. I'll reiterate, this watch is built for the outdoors, camping, hiking. The problem is you can't go swimming with it. You can't get it totally soaked. I'm pretty sure it would survive a day of skiing, you know, a little bit of snow on it here and there, but when you're going to take that chance with a $300 watch, and if you need a watch for the outdoors, there are options out there that are going to be fully waterproof. Does that mean I dislike Samsung? Absolutely not. In fact, this Classic for my everyday wear is one of my favorite smartwatches that I have, and I own a lot of them, and I will own a lot of them. And the reason is I love the way this all works. It's really, really good. It's just, as an outdoor watch, is this the best out there? I don't think so. It's got problems. But it's not a bad watch. I wouldn't buy this for everyday wear. I'd much rather have the Classic. But if you like the more rugged look just for your everyday wear, then by all means, you know, it will do the job.